I'm not asking you to be a trader. You need to understand leverage trading. If you don't understand leverage trading, you can't understand crypto. Do you understand how much of this market is on leverage? You don't. I'm not a financial advisor. What I want to talk about is kind of the way that I trade on Phemex, what I'm looking for, what I'm doing. For you guys who have no interest in trading at all, then what I would tell you is you have to. You have to. And I will say this is someone who forever just did not really care about trading or learning the things about trading, like actually learning what an RSI is and an EMA and all these things. If you don't understand these things, okay, it's really hard for you to understand the overall market. And I told you guys that it's not just crypto, okay? It's not just crypto. It's finance. That's where we're at, okay? So you need to understand it. And, you hear, maybe if you're newer, you hear people talking about all these X's and stuff, and you're like, what does that mean? Well, basically, you're borrowing money to trade with. It's called derivatives. Well, it's margin, but it's a form of options, and derivatives and perpetuals are all investment vehicles in which you can bet on prices going a certain direction with a lot of weight behind your predictions. We call that leverage. So this is Phemex, and I just want to talk about the way that I trade, because there's a ton of different ways to do it. And I think that is important to understand what is the way that you like to trade. I'm never going to trade 2 or 3x. I've tried it a zillion times. I can't do it. It does nothing for me. And I just end up, when I get in a really big trade, okay, and I'm low leverage, I don't even have a lot of room to move, to take profits, to lower the leverage. And, you're really, my brain doesn't work that way. And I think it's really important for everybody to understand that the way that you trade, you need to know all the things about trading that you can know, but you have to trade your bias. If you are a person who believes that Bitcoin is going up to $500,000, it may sound stupid what I'm about to say. You have to trade like it, right? Because if you don't, you're always going to be working against yourself. It doesn't mean you're going to be right, okay? But what it means is I have a hard time. I don't anymore, actually. I used to have a really hard time shorting Bitcoin. I used to have a really hard time because I only want it to go up. So when I'm trading, I'm betting against myself in a sense, right? I finally have gotten to a place now in my maturity in crypto and in the crypto cycles to understand that it's just going to go down sometimes. It's going to go down sometimes. And if you can take advantage of that, then that's fantastic. It could go down more from here. I don't think it's going to, but it could, right? And so if you're a person who's negative all the time and you're bearish, which is, not as many people, I'm sure, then you're going to want to be at a place where you're going to be you're going to be betting on Bitcoin to go down. But the thing is we have more biases than just whether we're bullish or bearish by nature. We have biases towards leverage, towards gambling, towards risking, right? Some of you may be more biased to be very conservative and not go high on X's. You think 2 or 3X, and that's, oh my God, right? I hear 2 or 3X and I hear, oh man, it sounds like blackjack. I'd rather play roulette and put the money on a number. If I hit, I want to be rewarded for my decision. I don't want to be missing out on the top side of gains I could have in good positions. If I feel strongly about a position, I should feel strongly about it, right? So we have biases on how many X's we want to use. We have biases on, how many trades you want to do, how much you want to put in a trade. And the point is you really have to just almost embrace the things about yourself, right, that have made you lose. Because that's the honest truth, is that the same biases that are the ones that push us to make certain decisions over and over again because we're biased towards that position, those are the things that hurt us the most. I'm not telling you that what you should be doing is, you should be saying, oh man, if you're a gambling degenerate and you just can't get up on trading, then you should go 100x. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I hope nobody gets that message, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you can learn to use your biases and your preferences to get into a strategy that will assist you in taking advantage of your biases. For instance, I want to go between 10 and 20x on everything. That's what I want to do. I want to do between 10 and 25x. 25x actually feels a little high for me now. I used to go 25. That's what I made my $1 million on the last channel. And actually it was a month and 7 days. And I crushed it. And, you know, I was doing 25 or 30x. That's too much, I think. I think 10 to 20 is where I like to stay. So what does that mean? This means if I'm willing to go 10 to 20x, which I will, let me add so you guys can see this. So if you have, when you're coming inside a trade here, I'm here on Bitcoin, you have cross and you have isolated. Cross is when the trade, if it starts to get liquidated, or if it starts to get liquidated and you've got to exchange some in, it will pull it from the rest of your account. You can get in a situation where you can lose your whole account, in my opinion. I don't like cross. I never have. I only like isolated. Isolated keeps your trade only to this amount of money that you have in this trade. So this is where you can choose whether you want to go long or short. Obviously, look, don't go over 5x. Look, use proper risk management is what I will tell you. And I'll also tell you, if you guys are having trouble trading, you should feed your trades to ChatGPT. It will help you out tremendously. Okay, same thing with shorts, but you don't have to mess with this if you're planning on going long or whatever. We're not actually going to probably put in a trade right now. The show's getting kind of short here, but we might. I don't know. We'll take a look at the charts. If the chart says do it, we'll do it. But we've got some money over here in USDT for a trade. So this is where you set it. I don't know what I'm going to be looking to trade, but we'll just put on like 8x for right now. Now, if you guys want to trade on Phemex, don't forget to get your Palau ID. And I saw somebody talking about the land and the phone number. Just use the embassy number and the embassy address. That's what I would do, actually. That seems to make sense, doesn't it? You're a digital resident there. So, look, I think spot trading is kind of dumb. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I think spot trading is kind of dumb as like a thing. Like, I like to spot trade. You like to swing trade. You like to trade over longer periods of time where you're mostly holding, right? Like that's, if you're not swing trading, then that's what you're doing, right? So, okay, I want you, if you leverage trade, you will get wrecked. You know, all the hedge funds leverage trade. All the institutions leverage trade. 100% of them. 100% of them. And you can say, oh, that is a good reason to say the retail gets wrecked. That's a decent point there. But anyways, okay. So you have your limit. When it comes to what kind of trade you want to do, obviously, you want to do a limit order. You don't ever want to do market orders. Market orders are so bad for your ROI. Let me give you a good horror story here. I was going, XRP had just been announced. What had just got announced? Something massive got announced for XRP, and the price just went streaking. And I was like, oh my God, it's going to keep going up. And so I put in a little 10x long at the very, very, very top of that. At the very, 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 very top of that. And I market bought it because it's like, I don't know when it'll be. I market bought it. So, and I put like, I think 30 grand in the trade. The moment that I entered the trade, because I entered in the market. So it's the most accessible, ready, available price right now. It's not a price you set, right? That's why there's no price. You just do the amount here. Okay. That's why. But the point is that you want to do a market order because, or excuse me, you don't want to do a market order because when the prices are very volatile, you can get totally screwed. I lost $12,000 when I entered the trade. When I entered the trade, I was down $12,000. That's how much it was spiking and how volatile it was and how much the difference was between the market price and the spot price or whatever it may be. So anyways, so you always want to do a limit. And here's a quick thing to set the limit. look, I certainly have some times I set orders. I'm usually trading in real time, and I'm usually like, oh, I need to get in this now because this is the signal. You just click this and it changes. You just click it. Say, oh, I want to, get a little bit above where it is now, a little bit below. You just click that and it updates right there. Very easy for you guys. Okay, so then we have this is where you'll set or you just do it right here though. You slide however much you want. You can go long on right here, 50% of what you have in your trading account, whatever it is. Now, this is very important. This is the most important thing that I really want to show you guys, which is this is the take profit stop loss. You have to do this. If you don't set this for every trade, you're just begging to lose all your money. You're begging. So what I like to do is I always like to come over here to advanced. I click advanced. Well, you got to click which one you want. So I'm going to go long. I never mess with this. Why? Because I want to see the numbers. I don't want to just set. Well, sometimes if I'm on a trade on, high Q, then of course it will have take profit and stop loss, and I'll put those in sometimes. But if I'm just jumping in because I feel like right now is a good time, it's down or whatever, I think it's good getting along, then I'm always going to come over here. I'm going to click advanced, and I'm going to say, okay, stop loss. Let's say if I lost 10%, what would that be? Okay, well, let's actually put some money in. Let's actually slide this over. Okay. So if stop loss, let's say I lost 10% of this trade, man, it'd be $3,500. What would that put the price at? 92,643. I'm going to think about my leverage. I'm going to think about where it's at. I'm going to think about the movements. Then from there, I'm going to cinch that in. I like to keep my stop losses pretty tight, actually, because what you guys find is that, most of the time, if you get an entry, like look here, let's see if it'll pop up. So a lot of times you will see, this is the 4-hour chart, and you'll get a signal to go in, and very quickly it'll get invalidated. Like this was just a few hours on the 4-hour. You would have made 1% at the top, but you got a hard long exit. Okay. And you can actually see if you hover over this number, it'll show you the details on this. You could have made 1%, not that great. Show you what the high was, and then it'll also show you, kind of what happens if you need to exit the trade. Okay, but the point is, there are several times that it gets invalidated so quickly sometimes, and it's like, how much do you guys love that feeling of, is it going to come back the direction I need it to? Like, how much you guys like that feeling? Who likes that feeling? I don't like that feeling. I hate that feeling. So if I'm going to lose out on the trade, go ahead and wait me out quick. If I'm in a good position, I feel like this is a good spot, and I have a stop loss at 5%. If it goes down 5%, it's probably going down more. And if that happens, then you know what? Maybe I can get a better entry or whatever. What we want to do is we want to eliminate these moments right here where we are taking the tiny edge. Okay. Why is this a tiny edge if we entered this trade on high IQ? Well, if you're looking down here at Market Cipher, and you're watching what it was doing, it was telling you it was going down, right? There was not Confluence. Right when this entry came, there was a red dot on Market Cipher right after, not Confluence. You're going to find it works both ways sometimes, where one is with these indicators is right and the other one's wrong. We want to find the times where there's confluence between them and they bang. Like that's what we want. That's where the key to making money in these trades are. Are you on the lookout for a reliable cryptocurrency exchange that offers low fees and high security? With so many exchanges to choose from, it can be overwhelming to find the right one that meets all your trading needs. That's where Phemex comes in. Phemex is a top-notch crypto exchange designed to provide you with an exceptional trading experience. By joining Phemex using my affiliate link, you can enjoy a wide range of trading features, low fees, and robust security measures. Phemex prioritizes your security with advanced protection protocols, ensuring your assets are safe. Plus, their user-friendly interface makes trading a breeze, whether you're a beginner or an experienced trader. But that's not all. When you use my affiliate link, you'll also get access to exclusive offers and up to $8,800 in trading bonuses. Don't miss out on this opportunity to trade on a platform that truly values its users. Click the link in the description to sign up for Phemex today. Start trading with confidence. Your journey to successful crypto trading, well, it begins now. Because somebody told me this a long time ago, and it is just so true. You can lose 9 out of 10 trades and be a profitable trader. You just got to line up for the big ones. That's what you want. Now, look, you want to take profit, but you want to line up for the big ones where there's Confluence and, where you're willing to let it ride a little bit because you know where it could be going. And that's where it's powerful to get indicators going the same direction. When they're going opposite directions, it's just a 50-50 game. And it really shows you that not all indicators are the same. And when they're all aligning and telling you the right things, it's good to go in. So a lot of times these will get, very quickly, they will go the opposite direction. So that's why I think it's good. If you're strong your position, keep a tight stop. And that's when you can use a little bit higher leverage if you got a tighter stop, because you're not risking that much of your account. You control, this is very important for you guys to understand, okay? You control this number at all times. You control this number. You can make any X's you want to make. You can make a 2X trade, a 10X trade, a 20X trade, a 30X trade. You make all these trades you want. That's fine, okay? But 5% is still 5%. So if you were going to say like, okay, I want to use higher X's, well, then you got to make sure that you're keeping this number in line here, so you're not going to get wicked out and lose a bunch of money. And you look here, the stop loss is 93.2. What's Bitcoin at right now? 93.8. So 5%. And what is this at? How many X's is that? 8X. So, I don't feel really strongly about this trade. I'm not making this trade right now. I'm just like showing you guys for examples. We do appreciate Phemex. They are one of our big partners, big sponsors. Obviously, they're our exclusive trading partner of choice. And we're getting towards the end of the year. A lot of trading. Our trading volume is spiking over there on Phemex and with our affiliates. And I want to give people kind of a rundown. So you set your stop loss. Let's just set it at 5% here. 5%, boom. You take profit. I'm going to use usually, I'm going to find a very specific level. Usually what I do is I put in 100%. I say, if I double my money, how much would I make? And it happens sometimes. But then I like to say, man, if I made 1,000%, what would that be? That's where I'll set my stop loss. This is actually fun to play with, by the way. If you guys have never, if you're newer to this is fun to play with. It kind of shows you how much money you can make on leverage with different things. But don't let that distract you from the fact that you can lose money doing all this. So, okay. All right. So that's where you set that. And of course, you just hit open, long, or short. And there you go. Post only. This is something you can kind of play with. I'm not going to go into what all this means right now. This is kind of above the, what most people want here. Okay. All right. So there you go. All right. Well, that is how you set trades on Phemex.